Hello, my beautiful Alpha family. I want you to understand something deeply, something that will resonate within your very core. We stand at the precipice of greatness. We are the embodiment of strength, resilience, and sheer willpower. Our minds are sharp, our hearts relentless, and our spirits unbreakable. We know what it means to fight, to endure, and to rise from the ashes of every attack thrown our way. And today, I want to speak to you about a truth that should send a chill down the spine of anyone who dares to challenge us. You wrecked their manipulation, now they're drowning in fear. I want you to take a moment and reflect on this. Think back to the times when they tried to control you, to manipulate your thoughts, your actions, your very existence. Think back to the moments they made you feel like you were nothing more than a puppet, a tool to be used, a pawn in their twisted game. They thought they had you. They thought they had your mind, your emotions, your life all wrapped up in their web of lies, deceit, and manipulation. But what they didn't realize, what they failed to see, was that you were never truly theirs to control. You, my Alpha family, are not just survivors. You are conquerors. You are warriors forged in the fires of adversity, and every battle you face only makes you stronger. They tried to manipulate you, but they underestimated the power within you. They thought they could bend you to their will, break you down piece by piece, until there was nothing left of your spirit. But here you stand, unshaken, unyielding, a force to be reckoned with. You see, manipulation is a tool of the weak. It's the weapon of those who are too cowardly to face you head on, to confront you with the truth of their intentions. They hide behind their lies, they speak in whispers, they try to infiltrate your mind with their false promises and empty words. But here's the thing they never anticipated. You saw through it all. You saw their manipulation for what it truly was, and you shattered it like glass. Now they are drowning in fear. Fear of losing control. Fear of facing the consequences of their actions. Fear of knowing that the game they played with you has now come to an end, and they have no one to blame but themselves. They pushed too hard, they went too far, and now they are left with the remnants of their own destruction. There is nothing more terrifying to a manipulator than someone who has seen through their lies, someone who has torn down the walls they've built to keep you in check. When you wreck their manipulation, you expose their weakness. You show them that their power was never real, that their control was nothing more than an illusion. And in that moment, they realize something terrifying. They are not in control of you anymore. They never were. But that's not where the story ends, is it? Number. The real power lies in what you do next. You don't simply walk away from their manipulation. You don't just let them drown in their fear. No, you rise to the occasion. You turn their fear into your fuel. You use their desperation, their panic, their chaos, and you turn it into something that propels you forward. Think about it. They tried to break you, to mold you into something you were never meant to be. And in doing so, they gave you the greatest gift of all, the gift of awakening. You have seen the truth of their actions, you've felt the sting of their betrayal, and now you are sharper than ever before. You understand the game they played, and you are no longer a pawn. You are the king, the queen, the mastermind pulling the strings. Every time they try to manipulate you again, every time they attempt to weave their web of lies around you, you will see it for what it is. And when you see it, you will destroy it. Every tactic they use, every trick they try, will be nothing more than fuel for your growth. Their manipulation is dead, and in its place, your power rises. But here's the thing, they will never stop trying. They are addicted to control. They will always be looking for a way to regain what they lost, to bring you back into their grasp. And you have to be ready for that. You have to be prepared to face them time and time again, to keep your strength, your resolve, your sense of self intact. But remember this, every time they fail, every time they fall short, they sink deeper into their own fear. Because the truth is, deep down, they know that they can never control you again. They may try to manipulate others. They may find new victims to prey on, but you will always be one step ahead. You will always be the one who sees through their lies, who dismantles their schemes with ease. And that, my beautiful alpha family, is something they can never recover from. Their fear is their prison. Their fear is the one thing that will keep them locked in their own self-imposed chains. They are trapped in their own insecurity, their own need for control. And no matter how much they try to project their power onto others, they will always be haunted by the knowledge that they lost you. They will always be haunted by the knowledge that they can never truly manipulate you again. You are no longer the victim in their twisted game. You are the victor. You are the one who broke free from their manipulation. And now, they are the ones left in the wreckage of their own making. You have taken back your power. You have reclaimed your life. And now, they must live with the consequences of their actions. And let me tell you something, my alpha family. There is no greater feeling in the world than watching them drown in their own fear. Every time they look over their shoulder, every time they wonder if you're coming for them, they are reminded of their own defeat. They are reminded that they played a dangerous game, and now they are the ones paying the price. But we do not gloat. We do not rejoice in their suffering. No, we rise above it. We stand tall, knowing that we have overcome the darkness they tried to cast over us. We rise stronger, sharper, and more powerful than ever before. And we continue on our path, knowing that the greatest revenge we can take is simply to live our lives with power, with purpose, and with relentless determination. They will continue to try. They will continue to manipulate, to deceive, to control. But every time they fail, every time they sink deeper into their own fear, we become stronger. We become more resolute. And in the end, it is their fear that will be their undoing. So I ask you, my beautiful alpha family, will you let them drown in their fear? Will you let them fall apart in the face of your strength? Or will you rise, continue to thrive, and show them that no matter what they try, they will never, ever break you? The choice is yours. You have already won. Now let's think about that for a moment. You didn't just overcome their manipulations in a small, fleeting way. No, you conquered it. You did not just escape their grasp. You broke free with unrelenting force. And that is where the true power lies. Not in escaping, not in surviving, but in rising above, in thriving despite every effort they made to tear you down. The war they waged on you was never about winning the battle. It was about making sure they could never have power over you again. And they lost. They tried to manipulate your every move, your every decision, twisting the truth, warping reality until you started to question yourself. They threw every tactic in their arsenal to make you doubt your worth, to make you feel small and insignificant. And for a time, they succeeded, only because you allowed them to. You were never weak. You were never broken. You were simply deceived by the manipulation that you didn't yet recognize. But now you stand in your full power, and you can see everything for what it truly is. Every attempt to control you, every lie they spread, every piece of poison they whispered into your ear, it's all in the past now. All those tactics were meant to distract you, to steal your energy, your focus, to make you weak. But instead, they have given you the greatest gift, the gift of clarity. With every lie they told, you saw through it. With every time they pushed you to the brink, you built the resilience you now stand with. You have become the master of your mind, the commander of your thoughts. They tried to manipulate you, but in the end, they only helped you uncover the depths of your own strength, and that strength will never fade. In their fear, they do not see what you've become. They do not recognize that their manipulation has turned against them. It's like trying to control a storm. You can make the wind howl, but once the storm is unleashed, it cannot be tamed. That is you now. You have become a force of nature, a power that cannot be contained by their lies. They tried to trap you, to make you question your worth, but instead, they have unleashed the fury of your true potential, and now they will drown in the chaos of their own creation. The fear they are feeling is not just a passing moment. It is the weight of their entire existence crashing down on them. They know they cannot control you anymore. They know that the game they were playing has ended, but more importantly, they know that their own actions have set a chain of events in motion that they can no longer reverse. They are trapped in the fear that they built for you. They will never escape it because they do not have the power to rebuild what they've broken. The damage is irreversible, and they will pay the price for every ounce of manipulation they try to inflict upon you. Think about it. They are now left with the very thing they feared most. The thing they tried to impose upon you is now what they carry inside themselves. It's a haunting, a constant reminder that they have lost. And when someone loses their ability to control, when they can no longer manipulate, that is when they become weak. They are left vulnerable, unable to regain the power they once held over you. Their fear becomes their prison, and it will never let them go. That fear, that anxiety, will gnaw at them relentlessly. It will creep into every corner of their mind, clouding their thoughts, stealing their peace. The very same fear they tried to instill in you is now the chain that binds them. You've already won, but they don't even know it yet. They think that if they can manipulate their way back into your life, back into your thoughts, they might be able to salvage something. They will keep testing the waters, sending little signals, trying to see if you'll fall for their lies again. But you won't. You can't. Once you've seen through their manipulation, once you've felt the sting of their deceit and moved beyond it, there's no going back. They will forever be on the outside, looking in. You will always be 2 steps ahead of them because they have shown you their true nature. You know what they are capable of, and you know that you will never let them back into your life to inflict that damage again. And let me tell you something. It is not your job to fix them. It is not your responsibility to heal their wounds. You are not here to save anyone from the mess they've created for themselves. You are here to live your truth, to step into your power, and to become the person you were always meant to be. Your focus is on your growth, on your success, on your happiness. Let them drown in their fear. Let them sit in the consequences of their own actions. That is not your burden to bear. You've carried enough. It is now time for you to live free of the weight they tried to place on your shoulders. Understand this. You are not defined by the manipulation they tried to impose upon you. You are not the victim in their narrative. You are the hero in your own story. You are the one who broke free, the one who rose up and took back control. They thought they could break you, but they only broke themselves in the process. Their fear will never be your problem again, because you have already walked through it. You've looked it in the eye, and you've come out the other side stronger than ever. Now, it is their turn to face the darkness they created. It's important to realize that their fear is not a reflection of your weakness. It is a reflection of their own internal turmoil. They know that they have lost control over you, and that is what terrifies them most. People who manipulate others do so out of their own deep insecurities. They use others to fill the emptiness inside themselves, to validate their sense of power, to feel important. But what happens when their control slips away? What happens when their manipulations fail? They are left exposed, vulnerable, and terrified. They don't know who they are without their ability to control. They do not know how to live in a world where they cannot dictate the actions of others. That is what has driven them to their fear. Because now, they are just like everyone else. They are powerless, and that is something they cannot accept. You, on the other hand, have accepted your power. You've embraced the fact that you are not here to be controlled, manipulated, or dominated. You are here to lead, to inspire, and to live unapologetically. And that is why they cannot win. They cannot win because their power was never real to begin with. It was built on lies, on deceit, on control. It was always fragile. But your power, your strength, your unwavering belief in yourself, that is unbreakable. So I ask you again, will you let them drown in their fear? Will you let them fumble and struggle as they watch you rise higher and higher while they remain trapped in the consequences of their own actions? Or will you continue to walk your path with your head held high, knowing that you are the one who is truly won? That is your power. You hold it now, in your hands, and no one can take it away from you. It's time to show the world who you are. Let them witness your growth, your success, your happiness. Let them see what it looks like to rise above their fear and thrive. You have already won. Now, it's time to claim your victory and let them know, without a doubt, that you are untouchable. So go ahead. Let them drown in their fear. You keep rising. You keep winning. Because the world is yours. This is the beginning, the moment when everything changes. When you truly recognize the power you hold within yourself, you understand something that no one can take away from you. The world no longer operates on their rules or their terms. It operates on yours. You are the architect of your own destiny. You create the path, the vision, and the future you want to walk into. No longer shackled by the fear and manipulation they tried to impose on you, you now stand free in your own power, and that is a force to be reckoned with. You see, the world has always been yours. You were never meant to play small. You were never meant to blend in or stay silent. From the moment you were born, the world was waiting for you to claim your place. They tried to tell you otherwise, didn't they? They tried to convince you that you weren't enough, that you didn't have what it took. They manipulated your insecurities, made you doubt your strength, and tried to keep you in a box. But the truth is, you were always meant for something greater than they could ever comprehend. Now, as you rise from the ashes of their manipulation, you realize that your potential is limitless. You have shattered the chains that once bound you, and you stand taller, bolder, and more powerful than ever before. Their lies no longer hold weight in your life. The fear they once used to control you has transformed into the very fuel that propels you forward. Every step you take is a testament to your strength, your resilience, and your unshakable belief in yourself. The reality is, they never had the power they thought they did. They may have tried to manipulate your thoughts, your actions, your emotions, but in the end, they were just paper tigers. They were hollow. Their power was based on fear, deception, and control. But your power, your true power, comes from something far greater. It comes from within you. It comes from your ability to stand in your truth, to confront your demons head on, and to rise above every obstacle they placed in your path. This power is untouchable, unbreakable, and eternal. And here's where it gets even better. This power doesn't just give you the ability to survive, it gives you the ability to thrive. They wanted to break you, but instead, they forged you. Every challenge, every manipulation, Every attempt to bring you down has only made you stronger, sharper, and more determined. They thought they were creating your downfall, but what they were really doing was setting the stage for your rise. It's crucial that you understand this on a deep, visceral level. You are not a victim. You are not someone who was merely lucky to escape their grip. No, you are the result of your own strength, your own resilience, and your own willpower. You are a survivor and a warrior, and the world is now yours to conquer. Every day that you wake up and choose to walk this path of power, of self-empowerment, you are building something that cannot be taken from you. You are creating a life that is uniquely yours, free from the control of others. You are free to make your own choices, to write your own story, and to follow your own truth. The manipulation they tried to impose upon you can no longer touch you. It's as if you have built an impenetrable fortress around your soul, one that no force in the universe can break through. But it's not just about defense, it's about offense. It's about taking the power you've reclaimed and using it to propel yourself into the future you deserve. You now have the ability to manifest your dreams, to create the life you've always envisioned for yourself. The world is filled with opportunities, and you have the courage to seize them. You have the strength to take risks, to push boundaries, and to rise to heights you once only dreamed about. You are not here to play small. You are here to leave a legacy, to make your mark, and to show the world exactly what happens when someone refuses to be manipulated, when they refuse to be silenced. Now, you must remember something crucial. You are the creator of your own reality. The moment you realized that you could no longer be manipulated, you stepped into a higher level of awareness. You now have the power to control how you respond to everything. The world will continue to throw challenges your way, but how you respond to them will determine everything. Will you let them dictate your emotions, your actions, your thoughts? Or will you stand firm in your power, knowing that you hold the keys to your own happiness, success, and fulfillment? The fear they tried to instill in you is gone. The doubts they planted in your mind are irrelevant. All that matters now is the strength of your conviction, the clarity of your purpose, and the fire in your heart. You are unstoppable. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. And the world, it has no choice but to acknowledge your power, your brilliance, and your undeniable presence. You will be a force that cannot be ignored, a presence that others will either rise to meet or be left behind in your wake. There will be people who try to bring you back down. There will be those who try to manipulate you again, to plant seeds of doubt, to remind you of your past weaknesses. But you know better now. You know the truth of who you are, and nothing can change that. You have already seen their tricks. You have already felt the sting of their lies, and you will never fall for it again. The beauty of this power, of this new life you've claimed, is that it is yours to build upon. No one can take it from you, and no one can stop you from reaching your full potential. The manipulations of the past were just the catalyst that pushed you into this greatness. They were the fire that burned away everything that was not meant for you. Now, you are left with your true self, pure, unyielding, and ready to take on the world. But here's the key. Now that you know your worth, now that you've taken control of your life, it is crucial that you continue to surround yourself with people who respect your power. You are no longer someone who needs to seek validation or approval. You know your value, and you are worthy of relationships, opportunities, and environments that reflect that truth. It's time to remove yourself from situations or people that try to bring you back into the darkness. You no longer have the space for negativity, for manipulation, or for anyone who tries to make you feel small. The people who belong in your life now are those who lift you up, who challenge you to be your best, and who respect the power you've claimed. Surround yourself with those who believe in you, who encourage you to dream big, and to achieve the unimaginable. And let go of anything or anyone that doesn't align with your vision for your life. You have come too far to settle for anything less than what you deserve. The world is full of people who will try to dim your light. They will try to make you feel like you are too much, too bold, too ambitious. But you know better. You know that the world needs people like you, the ones who refuse to be broken, the ones who rise above the darkness and shine brighter than anyone ever expected. This is your time, and you will make the most of it. You will show the world exactly who you are, and when they look at you, they will no longer see the person they tried to control. They will see the powerhouse you've become. They will see the force that can't be stopped, the soul that is unapologetically, fiercely, and boldly living their truth. So go ahead. Walk that path with confidence. Let them see the strength in every step you take. Let them witness your growth and transformation, your unstoppable rise. Because the world is yours, and you are just getting started. In the end, remember this: you have already claimed your victory. The manipulation they tried to impose on you only served to fuel your rise. Now, you stand unshaken, a testament to your strength, resilience, and unwavering belief in yourself. The world is yours to shape, and nothing can stop you. Let them drown in their own fear, because you are the one who controls your destiny. Walk forward with confidence, knowing you are the unstoppable force they could never control. You are just beginning, and the best is yet to come.